Hi guys! So it's been a hot minute since I've uploaded to this channel. I probably, before this video has gone up, I will have had explained why I was so absent. But that's not the point of this video. Today I'm going to do a little chit chat, get ready with me. I have a couple of doctor's appointments and some errands to run today, and I just thought I would do a little get ready with me. So let's see, I normally like to start personally with my eye makeup just because I'm messy with my eye makeup. I kind of look like a 5-year-old sometimes. I've had instances where I think I look great and then I flip the mirror because I have one of those mirrors that's the double, one side's magnified and one side's not, and I'm like, oh, this looks great, and then I flip it and I'm like, nope, we're going to start all over and I'll fix it. So I'm going to start with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I just take a little bit and put it on my eyelids, you know the drill. But I actually really like this stuff, and I have, I'm almost out of it, but I do have the Lorac version of it, or well, their version of it, like their eyelid primer, and I do like it. But I noticed that I have very oily skin to begin with, and so when my eyelids are very oily, that tends to run a little bit more with the Lorac version of it. And I don't really know why. I don't think it's as great, but it's still a very, very good primer potion. I still really like it, so I'm gonna obviously use it. Let's see. Then I'm gonna use my MAC eyeshadow in SHROOOM as a base. And this is what SHROOOM looks like. It's just a real plain, kind of sparkly, hello little boy. He's like, Mom, what are you doing? Kind of a sparkly, nude, I guess you could say. And I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid, just as a little bit of base, and kind of up towards my brow bone and up there. At the moment I'm growing out my eyebrows because I don't like the shape of them. I don't think that they're thick enough for my features, and they're not the quite right shape for, like, I think that they're not the right shape, so I'd like to change that. So we're growing them out, and so that's why I have all these little stray little demon childs that I'm calling them, and so we're just kind of going with them, and we just kind of make sure, you know, I don't pack anything on, obviously, just because I'm not big into packing it on like that. Then I'm going to take Handwritten, which is matte, and it's just a brown, and I've hit pan on this, and it's a brown. It's really, really pretty. I'm going to take, which brush do I want to use? I just got this one. This is the It Cosmetics for Ulta. And this brush, I'm actually thinking about putting this in one of my favorites. Oh my gosh, guys. If you do not have this brush, go out and get it. It is so soft, and it blends really well. It's just perfect. But I put it out in the outer V and then just do the crease. Excuse me, little boy. Excuse me. He's not happy that I am not giving him attention. And I just kind of lightly give a little bit of depth to my eye instead of just having that one color. Just having, you know, just having SHROOOM on there. And see, it's just very faint. color, but I mean, it's not faint. But I like it, and it's just enough for my personal taste. But you can obviously go darker or lighter with your everyday makeup. I tend to go for an everyday look more of browns, neutrals, things like that, which I think most people do. You know, I mean, it's to each of their own, but it's a personal preference. Woo! Nobody should be texting me right now. And I make this weird, I do the face. I leave my mouth open, and I don't mean to, but. And then on my lips, I forgot to say, Benny! Little monster. Intermission. The people next door are having work done on their house, and their workers come up at 9 a.m. and we do this every day, Monday through Friday, and he loves to bark at them. But I just do it very faint, just kind of a light dusting of that. And then what I do, and that's just to get it on, and then, I know this is going to sound kind of weird, but I'll flip my mirror around, and I'll double check, and I'll see, oh, we kind of look like a 3rd grader that tried to put their mom's makeup on, and see how it looks like with what I'm wearing, and this top I'm not really a huge fan of, but whatever. And just, I kind of fix it as I'm going along, and then I'll grab my phone, and I will go to the camera, and because I've noticed that I'll take a selfie, but not really. I'll just look at the camera and go towards, like, the light. Go to the light! And just check and see if one side's too heavy. Like, I can already tell that this side, which is my right side, is too heavy. So, I believe, yeah. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll probably put a little bit more on my left side, just to do it like that, because I do like having, I do want it a little bit darker today, because it is kind of a dark, gloomy, rainy day, which I'm not complaining about, because I like those days, but let's see that. And then, like I said, grab the phone. And then my eyes. My eyes are 2 different shapes. It's weird. So they don't line up correctly. It's really weird. Kind of drives me nuts, but my sister's the same way. And so, I know this looks weird, it's just weird. I'll probably cut this out. But, just make them as even as possible. They're sisters, not twins. Okay. That's just gonna be how it is. So at this point, I'll either, some days I'll take, this is Beauty Mauve, this is a velvet, and it's a kind of a purpley black sparkle color. It's really pretty. Sometimes I'll put it a little extra. I don't think I want to put it on today, just I'm not in that kind of mood. But I will figure out what kind of eyeliner I want to do. And some days I will do liquid eyeliner, some days I'll do a pencil. So if I do a liquid, I've really been enjoying the Lorac Front of the Line Pro. It's very, very, very good if you're looking for a very thin-tipped liquid liner pencil. Highly, highly recommend it. Very, very precise. Love it. And it's not terribly expensive. Or if I'm doing like a pencil liner, I have the Smashbox Limitless eyeliner in Onyx, which is just little, just a regular, but I've noticed with this Smashbox, especially with oilier skin, it stays on my skin better for oilier, because I have such oily skin. So I think today I'm going to do oily, what? It's Monday, don't judge me. I'm going to do the Smashbox Limitless eyeliner, and I forgot to say at the beginning of this video that I will have everything I used linked down below, just so that way if you want to know where I got it. I think that I think Handwritten you can no longer get through MAC. I think it's a discontinued shade, but I got a new palette from MAC, so I'm super, super excited, and I will be showing that soon in a haul. So, but that's another thing. So I'm going to put this on, and so what I do is I get real close because homegirl's blind, and I just do a very thin line, and then sometimes I'll smudge it out, and if I do, where is that? I have this little smudgy brush. It's got like a little, it's like a little foamy, it doesn't look like it, but it's a foam tip. Let me see, it's got a little foam, it's a rounded foam, it's kind of a harder foam tip, and I just smudge it real gently, and sometimes I put it on the bottom, sometimes I don't, because I do, like I said, have oily skin, so it does like to fall out and make me like settle in the wrinkles, because I have wrinkles. It's sad, but I just do a very thin line on the top, and see how it's going, and I've never really had to talk through doing my makeup, so it's kind of weird to be like, and so I do this and this and this, and but it's fun. It's different. You're having to talk and like not, you're having to talk and like concentrate and not jab it into your eye and not look like a 4-year-old at the end of it. So sometimes I'll leave it just like this, very thin. Sometimes I'll do a thicker line. Probably for today I'm going to do a very thin line like this. Just seems about right. So I'm going to finish this eye. And I can't really see this eye because I'm blind. So get real up close and personal. Hey, I bet this is a really cute angle. And with my mouth open too. Sorry, don't judge me. It's Monday. I've had a lot of coffee. Too much coffee to count, actually. But, you know, we do what you gotta do to get... You do what you gotta do to get through the day. Because, you know, it's Monday. And... oh. But, you know... why do I keep saying, you know? Oh my lord. And I'm gonna fix this because I didn't make it as dark as the other side. And see, that's the thing, like, this is where I take a lot of time. I not play with my makeup, but I take a lot of time with my eyeliner. And I know you can never get it exactly 100% the same on both sides, and if you can, praise to you, because I can't, like, it's just not something that can happen for me. It just can't at my, no. But I am actually going to take this little smudger brush, because I think I'm just going to smudge it ever so slightly. And see, you don't really notice the smudge, but it looks better in my opinion, just because I sometimes I'm very shaky depending on some of, like today, I've had a lot of coffee. So, I'm shaky today because I've had a lot of coffee. Oops. Water break! This is my Bubba mug. Everybody needs one. What are you doing? What are you doing, little boy? He's like, Mom, play with me. Play with me, Mom. Okay, and then I'll do that after I do my powder. Speaking in my mind, let's do, okay, so I'll do, so as it's gotten hotter here, it's not hot yet, really, it's more like, oh, it's April, so it's kind of rainy and muggy. So I don't really want to wear a heavy foundation, and I have the MAC, is it Studio Fix? I think it's a Studio Fix foundation, something like that. I really like it. It has good coverage, and right now my skin's actually doing really well. I have a few little things, but I'm not gonna sit here and like conceal and like blur out my face, because that's just not realistic for me to do every day. Like, it's just not. I just don't think it is. But I do think that having a good BB cream is worth it. And so I went through about 6 or 7 BB creams to find one that really worked for me, that was the right color, because I have pink undertones instead of yellow, and finding a BB cream especially that has more pink undertones than yellow is very difficult, that I found. So this is the Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream in Fair, and it works wonderfully. I love it. It's broad spectrum, SPF 35, which I like. I know a lot of people are like, oh, but it has the flashback. I don't really mind that. I'd rather not have skin cancer, and because skin cancer, I have fair skin. I mean, and I have redhead skin. It's a problem. So I will put a dollop on my hand, and I probably should have put my pore stuff on, so I'm going to do that real quick, but I put about that much. And see, this is what happens. So I just have a little bit of this Porefessional. I'm just going to take a little bit and plop it on some of the little areas I need, like my nose, my tops of my cheeks, a little bit on my chin, and my forehead. I just have a few little areas. I have very, very large pores, but I just love to soak up makeup. And at first I really did not like the Porefessional, like did not like it at all. Oh, and this brush is from IT Cosmetics. It's the Airbrush Buffing Foundation. It's number 110. Y'all need to get this brush. It is amazing. Goodbye. I might have to use a little bit more. And this is the first time I've had to use this foundation this year. And I will say, it does smell like sunscreen, which is kind of weird because my mom uses the Neutrogena, well, and I use it too, the Neutrogena sunscreen. That's, you know, the ones that they use in the commercials and stuff. I I don't like the ones that they use just primarily in commercials, but the ones that you see in commercials a lot are, I don't know, but my mom uses it, so the foundation reminds me of my mom, which is funny, I think. But I just want to make sure I buff it into my skin really well. And see, it doesn't have, like, it has pretty good coverage. It's light to medium coverage, I would say. Maybe not medium, but pretty decent for a BB cream that, you know, is, and see, I'm going to flip this over and get real up close and personal and up close. Okay. All the little details. Make sure I bring it down a little bit. And I don't tan. I can't tan. Because my skin is redhead skin. Like I've said, it just doesn't tan. So that's another thing. And I don't want to do the whole fake tan. It just doesn't. One, I don't want to do the upkeep. Two, I wouldn't look very good with fake tan. I personally don't think. But if you do that, amen, holla to you, because I applaud you for doing that, because that is something I would love to do, but it just would not look good for me. And I want to make sure I get my ears, make sure I don't look like that. Okay. So I let this just kind of sit. Excuse me. Have a little makeup in my nose. It likes to sit. That's the only thing with this brush. I found that sometimes if I go over my nose, I'll have a clump of foundation in my nose. And I just spit water everywhere. That was cute. Okay, so after I do that, I'll kind of let it sit and my skin absorb it. Then, oh no, like the little boy! Is that your raccoon? Oh. There. We'll take a little break, but look. Vinny, can you say hi? Can you say hi? Can you say hi, baby? Can you sit? Hey, do you want it? Here. Here, give me this. Oh, you got her upset? You got your sister upset. Oh, sit. Hey. Oh. Vinny. Oh. Shh. Sit. Good boy. Oh, we love our raccoon. This is his raccoon. That's his, like, lovey, basically. But after, this is why I don't get anything done. Child. So after that's on, I kind of like let it sit and let it just kind of absorb and let it dry. But the feeling on the skin, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing 20 pounds of makeup. And that's what I love about BB creams. It doesn't feel fake. And like, I'm not saying that, you know, wearing foundation is fake, but I'm saying like, dang, like sometimes I'm just like, at the end of the day, I'm like, get it off of me. But I do set this with a powder, and I'm going to use my big powder brush from Real Techniques and the Hello Flawless from Benefit in I Love Me Ivory. Excuse me, not yours. He thinks my brushes are his. I've hit pan on this, and I'm trying to get rid of this because I'm not a huge fan of this powder, but it works. I'm just trying to use it up. I really want to try the Naked Skin, the one that's in the pot that they just came out with. Shh. Don't fight with each other. They're doing their fighting. The one that just came out, or not, it didn't just come out, but it came out, and it looks, it's just like it's a loose powder, basically. And if you use it, if you could leave me a comment down below and let me know if you like it, what your thoughts are on it. because I've read some reviews that are mixed, that people like it or they don't like it, and I would really greatly appreciate it. So, and then for blush, I'm going to use the CORALISTA from Benefit as well, and I love their box blushes. And now, if anybody remembers this, it was called Georgia, and it was the most beautiful peach color, and this looks a lot like it, only it was a little bit lighter and not as shimmery. I'm going to use, again, a Real Technique brush, the blush brush. Little smiles. And then put some eyebrows on. And I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil in dark brown. Oh my goodness. Small children. And I just go over my eyebrows so lightly. And like I said, I'm redoing my eyebrows. And I'm so sorry about the barking. They're driving me nuts. Like I said, I'm growing out my eyebrows for the simple fact that I don't like the shape of them. I mean, so if anybody has any tips, it'd be great, because I'm just not a fan of these bad boys. And they're barking at the neighbor's workers again. And I'm going to use for mascara, which is the last thing to do, the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. I just have a little sample, and I've actually been really like this because I'm using up all the mascaras I have before I open any new ones that I have. So yeah. So I'm going to use this, and yeah, I like it. I think it has good staying power. I prefer the Benefit They're Real, just like a personal preference for my own lashes. But this does a very comparable job, I think. And I'm not quite sure, like I haven't looked into what a full size of this costs. But I think it's pretty comparable to the Benefit They're Real. And what I like about this is it comes in a waterproof formula, which I could really use. So, I'm gonna do this. Put the lashes on, put the lashes on, put your lashes on. And I'll go over my lashes a couple of times just to, you know, get them the way I like them. And sometimes I do that face, that face, but, you know, I think we all do that face. So, after I do that, and then do the bottom. And just a little bit. And then for lip today, since I did kind of more of a neutrally eye, not too out there or anything, I'm going to wear, whoo, itchy nose, whoo, don't sneeze, whoo, okay, we're good. This is my Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm in Elusive Insatiable. And love this. It's number 205, by the way. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. and it's one that I've been wearing for a while, and I don't put very much of it on just because it is very, very bright and it makes my teeth look yellow, which I don't have yellow teeth, but it just makes it look yellow. And then I go over it with the Lorac Lip Luster Gloss in Peach Luster, and which I love, and I like this combo a lot. So my battery died and the SD card was full. But like I was saying, I'm not sure exactly where it cut off because I haven't looked back at the footage just yet. But for my lips, I'm wearing the Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm in number 205 Elusive Insatiable, which is very pretty pink. And then I'm wearing the Lorac Lip Luster Gloss in Peach Luster over it, and it's my favorite lip combination ever. I love it. It's always worked for me, although it does make my teeth look yellow, which I'm not a fan of, but it's not like they are really yellow, like they're not, so I deal with it. But that's my everyday makeup routine. This is a pretty general makeup look for me. I do like to switch out the lips for a berry or a nude or a dead dog. Sorry, you just drive me nuts. Sometimes I just wear like a Burt's Bees. It's like a tinted balm in Red Dahlia or Pink Blossom. Those are two of my favorites that I really like. So yeah, but this is my everyday makeup routine, and I hope that I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.